So Told me you feel good without him around. Lend me your heart, I'll fix the pain. Lend me your heart, I'll take the blame. So just forget the past. We don't need to go back to what we used to be. You know that this pain it won't last. So just forget the past. It reminds us how we used to be. 'Cause this is how we used to be. Don't you cry tonight. Just close your eyes. And when we arrive, you see we'll still be alive. No, we left you to dry. And it hurts you inside, but you don't need to cry. I'll still be by your side. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going? You know what? It's weird because like 10 seconds before we were coming up, like everything went black on my screen. And I was going, oh God, here we go. So
Every time.
every time. I don't know why it does that. Let me just turn on this. You know what? I discovered something new with Melon today.
What's that?
Here we go. Look what I have now.
I'm sure we'll get a lot of use out of it.
And here's something that, if you tell kind of a funny joke or something like that. Here we go. Ready?
See, don't.
That's awesome.
For everyone in the chat, don't say we do not do anything to provide for you, because all that is for you guys.
No MCR shirt, Lex.
No, it's in the wash, covered in my sweat.
Here's another one. Here's a good one. Or when we see a video, I can play this one. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to use it. Oh, that's great. Anyway, so how are things going? How are you this week?
I'm tired. My neck hurts. It's been a good week, but yeah, I'm just tired. Like as you saw from the chat there, and obviously from my Twitter feed, that I did go to
Yeah.
see it, My Chemical Romance on Thursday because they came to my city, which was awesome because it's down the road, so I don't have to drive
Yeah.
anywhere. Don't have
Yeah.
to get any trains. But yeah, other than that, that's been the highlight of my week. So
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Well, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Well, first of all, there's a lot going on with this desk. There's all kinds of things going on with this desk. But I'm halfway through. I said I was going to put out the video a week ago. I'm halfway through it now, and I should finish it up this week. So I think I'll be able to upload it on Friday.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. And I showed it to Robert, and I showed a couple of EVPs to Robert and Matt today.
Yeah.
And they go, wow, really? Yeah. So that was kind of cool. But if you're living under a rock and you haven't heard, we are having a reveal on June 1st. We're very excited. There will be another little teaser video coming out again. And maybe one a couple of days before too, and then the actual video. So we are going to go live, and we're going to play that video live, and it will be in Parapost Network Central and amongst other pages. And speaking of other pages, not only are we streaming on DNTV, our sponsor, but we are now streaming on a new page today, PD Region Paranormal. So if you want to go over and check them out, you can go follow them, and you can like them. I think follow or like, right? I think it's when it comes to, is it like on Facebook? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So if you want to go over there, it's PD Region Paranormal. And they also have Parafam Studios. They're also associated with Global United, and they're also associated with Parapost Network Central. They do stream their show on there, Paranormal Static. I believe this one, it usually goes Thursdays, but I think this one is going to be Wednesday because it's PETA, Renee from Australia. So you guys are definitely going to want to check that out. And yeah, so go over to Parapost Network Central on Facebook, and you can find everyone that you want to find on that page. And we hit a good number this week. We hit 2,300. Is it 2,300? I think it's 2,300, 22 or 2,300. And so we got over that 100 part again.
Yeah.
So yeah. But and also Parapost Network app has been doing really well the last couple of weeks. We are 15 away from 1,000 users on the app. So it's definitely growing nicely. And yeah, it's been a lot of work. And Parapost Network app is it's doing really well, and all I have to say is this. To all the people that downloaded the app, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Parapost Network Central page is doing on Facebook is doing quite well as well.
I know. I know. I get like 5 million notifications a day now from all these shows that are on it.
Well, it makes you look like you're important, right?
I'm at work and I just feel it in my pocket, and I'm like, I was like, who's messaging me at work? And I'm like, oh no, it's just another 15 podcasts, so it's good. I mean, I watch them while I'm on break, so because it usually times quite well. There's usually one that comes on when I go on my lunch break.
Yeah,
so I get to sit there and watch one.
Yeah. What I would like more of, I'll be honest, what I'd like more is some more live investigations on the page. People can do their live investigations on there as well. And I wish more people would do that, but that will come in time. I know some people are doing it. Maybe we'll convince Cody.
Maybe
Because I know he does live. I know he does live on his Facebook channel. Maybe if I make him an editor on Parapost Network Central, I will get him to do some lives on that page as well. I like the way this guy investigates. I've watched his videos. We first met. I think he contacted me through Parapost because he signed up to Parapost Network, and we got talking, and he wanted to hook up his YouTube channel to the Parapost, and we did that. So it's been, little conversations here and there. He is from North Carolina. As you can see in the thumbnail, it's First Line Paranormal. And so let's bring up Cody right now. His name is Cody Price, as you can see in the ticker. Oh, wait a minute. Did I switch that? Oh, it did switch. Yeah, I switched it. I thought I switched it. But so let's, you know what? Stop. Okay.
Forever professional on this show, guys.
Yeah. So I think it's this one I need.
My Lord.
Oh, I'm going to play with that. I'm going to have fun with that. Anyways, let's bring Cody up. And so you guys can meet him. And I will let everybody know that down below in the description, you can find his link. So if you want to go over and follow his YouTube channel, that'd be great. I already know Raymond followed him. So let's get this guy's numbers up because he's got some great videos and he's got an investigation. I think he just did an investigation on Friday. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. So let's bring him up. And here is Cody Price. Hey there.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and this is great. This is great. It's not like Raymond, who had to go outside, and
I didn't try to one up Raymond. I really thoroughly enjoyed the way he had to talk about it. It made me laugh.
So two things before we get started. So the music at the music at the beginning for the 10 minutes before we went live. How do you feel about that music?
It's very poppy. I mean, it got me like dancing a little bit in my seat,
Well, you should have heard the one that was before. Lex wasn't a big fan of that. And so I'm just trying to step it up a little. So I think next week I'll do something different since we've had that on for, I think, about 3 weeks now. So
maybe some death metal.
What's that?
Maybe some death metal.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is when I go into Storyblocks to get music, they don't really have that stuff.
They're not a big fan.
Give me someone's email so I can complain to them.
Yeah. So, and keeping in mind too, a lot of these songs, the songs in there, it's like there's not very many that have a vocal. It's just mainly the music, and the music is the same throughout the whole.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole 2-3 minutes.
Well, it's definitely a big improvement from the Elevator song you had playing last time. Because that was so bad.
Come on,
it was Elevator music. Elevator music is more fun.
Yeah. Now, I will let people know that we do have some clips today. So we will be showing some clips today. So if you want to stick around and watch for that, that'd be great. Of course, we want you to stick around the whole show. So we'll surprise you when we're going to play those clips. No, we won't do that. We'll play them in the middle of the show. So I think we have 6. I think we have 6 clips that we're going to be showing today. So I'm looking forward to showing those. And I've seen the clips and they're good. So so there you go. See, people are already subbing to you. Subbing to your channel, and that's what it's about. And that's why we do this show, is so people can get to know the guests and get to know the people behind the videos, and so people can go over and start subscribing. And just to let you know, I did speak to Robert, and Robert will be coming up after the show, so you get an opportunity to meet Robert as well. So
I just want to forewarn everyone subbing to the channel. It is not like a surprise you out of your boots, like entertainment. It is, just like these real life investigations. It can be very slow and calm, and like we try to cut out the boring parts, but we also try to keep the atmosphere part about it as well. So just want to forewarn everybody.
Well,
that's kind of how we are.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you said that, but at the same time, like, I've watched your videos and they're good and they're edited nicely. And you seem to get a lot of activity in the few places that you've been in, or at least I don't know how many places you've been in, but the ones up on YouTube, 4 now. So the ones up on YouTube, they're very good. And I'm assuming you're editing the videos.
I am.
Are you? Okay. So they're very nice. So people should go over and check them out. And there's more things to come. So that's why they want to go over and subscribe to you. Right. So, and hopefully that will at least get you up to 50 to 100 and over the next couple of weeks. So anyway, so why don't we get started? Lex, go ahead. You might as well start, and we'll get the show going.
Yes, I'm actually looking forward to hearing your answer to this one. So I don't think we've had any police officers on the show before. So this is really cool. But I mean, because that's one hell of a job. But let's just, how did you get into this other side of it? What got you into the paranormal?
Well, I would say that, and it's going to surprise you. It's really going to surprise you. I have not, before doing this channel, like putting the team together, I have never had an experience in the paranormal. I've always grown up watching it and hearing about it. And so I've always been interested. And then when I got into law enforcement, I was watching it here and there. I wasn't too crazy into it, but there would always be these moments where we would go and check places out, and like my partner would be like, "Yeah, they say this place is haunted," and it wasn't all the time, but it was always like once every few months, someone would say something about some other place, and they'd go and try and make me go check it out and stuff. So it was always interesting how the paranormal was always kind of choosing me.
Yeah.
So to speak. So I started talking with a friend of mine, and she is a dispatcher for multiple agencies. And when I was currently working there, I spoke with her about it. And I said, what would be cool if we made a paranormal team? And that was pretty much the gist of that. And we left it at that. And then probably like a month or two later, we was like, no, seriously, let's make a team and let's go check out some places. So that's how it started.
Wow.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of people have done the same thing. Just wanted to start a group, and that's it. Now, before I get into my other question, before I get into the next question, I want to ask you this. And I think Lex is going to get a little bit of a laugh out of this. Because you're a police officer, when it comes to paranormal investigators, and they go sometimes to places that they're not supposed to be. So if you get a call that somebody is phoned and said, oh, these people are on this property, they're not supposed to be, do you actually go there and just give them a warning because that's what you do? Or do you actually go full ride and say, you know what, you guys got to go, or we're going to give a trespassing warning? And the second part of that, do you trespass?
Okay, so now it's been a few months. I do not work the road anymore. I worked it for about 2.5 years. Now, did I have any calls like that? I don't think so. I think I've seen some people in some graveyards, but probably not for paranormal reasons. But no, I don't think I've ever had a call or issue with that. And as far as trespassing, no, I do not. Actually, surprisingly enough, we do. We don't, because we all have integrity, and we've got to uphold that. So there has been some places we have been wanting to go to, more abandoned, if anything, and a lot of it is covered by our like our state and stuff. So when we have sent emails to them, and every email is almost cookie cutter, in the sense of, well, there's a high case of asbestos and the building's crumbling down, so we don't feel safe for y'all to enter, even if we were to sign like a waiver or something. But
I was really kidding more about that question than anything, because
it's a good question.
Just thought because you were a cop.
I don't like doing it.
I mean, I know people do it, and but with our professions and stuff, that's why we was like, we do it legit by the book. We don't break no laws.
But that's there's a reason why I don't, because my second video, I weren't even allowed to upload the second part to it because I got caught trespassing to film it the first time round, and obviously I uploaded it to YouTube, and I always put the location on my video, and I got in trouble. So I didn't want. I can't really afford to pay a trespassing fine. So I was like, nah.
Yeah.
So
well, usually
I don't have to.
You made it
usually
easy.
Usually it's just a warning, right? You usually just get a warning first, right? So it's not.
It's a civil matter, so it's not actually against the law to trespass.
Unless someone tells you. I mean, more than likely. But law is different everywhere. that you are. So, I mean, but there is sort of a difference between like a property that has like a high fence or something, there's a little bit of a difference there when it comes to law. So,
Yeah. Okay. So getting into, obviously, people are going to be going over and subbing to your channel and watching your videos. So what has been your latest? I know what your latest investigation is because you do have a couple of trailers up. So why don't you talk a little bit about your latest investigation and possibly another investigation coming up?
So Friday night we actually went to a local jail here. It's probably about an hour away from most of us, but we went and did that for a few hours. It was very hot that day. It's probably like 90 something degrees. So
Oh, wow.
that was not fun whatsoever, but you do what you got to do. But we investigated there for a couple hours. We usually do our lives for each one, so that way our fan base can kind of chime in and ask questions, and then also feel like they're there as well. So that usually goes on for about an hour and a half as far as a live. But yeah, it was an interesting investigation. A lot different from all the other ones we've done, and we've only been to like 3 other places, and one of them was actually Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia.
Looks
And
big. That place looks big.
that place is huge, and we hope to go again with like just our group in the building, because I mean it was just so interesting. Like I was saying earlier, that we usually don't get any kind of feelings when we investigate. And what's weird is Trans-Allegheny, you would think you would get some crazy stuff there. But when, like I said, when we went to this tiny little local jail, we was just like, there was something about it where we was at each other's throats once in a while. And we were like, I was provoking at one point, which we never do.
Yeah.
I mean, so the only thing I can think of is there's got to be something paranormal to that.
Yeah, it's interesting. And like we were talking before the show started, that none of us really go into a situation and try to provoke, and we always go in very respectful. But I know there's been a lot of paranormal investigators over time that have been into a location, and all of a sudden they just feel that, they get agitated, they get annoyed, they get frustrated, and you go through all these emotions depending on the place. And it's not necessarily you that's doing it. Whatever in there is causing the issue. I know that when me and Lex were in the UK doing a video at the gym, there was somebody that was affected that was there previously to us being there, and they were choked. So we went in being a little bit aggressive only because this person hurt a friend of ours and was choking this person. Obviously, this guy had a problem with women. Because you just don't do that. So we were a little bit aggressive, but I always find it interesting when you go in a place and you're really happy and go lucky and you're really looking forward to it, and all of a sudden in the middle or the beginning or the end, something changes within you and you get aggressive, you get agitated, you get all these different emotions. And I just find it really interesting how they can do that, how they can set those emotions off, and that's one thing that always fascinates me, especially when I'm watching a video. Or I've been in a situation where somebody's gotten agitated and annoyed during an investigation. It's just amazing what they can do to you while you're there. And go ahead.
And I would like to add on to that, because there was actually one point in the investigation where we were not recording whatsoever. We were like going from the transition of walkthrough to investigation. And so we had the cameras off and we were getting everything, like IR lights and everything set that we needed. And while I was setting up, I felt like some kind of breeze or something come across. Like I got kind of cold in a sense. And then right at that moment, I had our newest member with us, Katie. She was like, as soon as she started talking, I felt like just my stomach got really upset. like a really heavy feeling too.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, she was like, I don't feel good. And that's when I was like, you know what? I don't feel good either. It just hit me.
Yeah.
And that usually never happens. And then she had to go take a break. And then while I was still setting up, I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm just agitated right now. Just out of nowhere. It had nothing to do with equipment. I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just like, I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know what it is, but I'm agitated.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
could notice some other members were like not themselves either too. So
I know, Lex, you've been through that a few times yourself, haven't you?
Not in terms of like agitated wise. No, I've been like emotional for no reason. Judging by different places, but I don't think I've come across anything that's made me agitated. If I remember, I might have once. I can't remember. All I know is there's places I go to where I get hit with stupid, like really hit with emotion really quickly, and I'm not usually that emotionally inclined during investigations, so that's why I notice it, because I never. So when you walk into a hospital, you don't usually feel anything. I don't anyway. But there are times where I've gone into like a children's hospital or something, and I've just almost feels like I've been punched in the face with sadness. Tez, that's a great point. Empaths are also very sensitive to that. But it's interesting because it is energy. And so if you're picking up like the agitated feeling from a shift in energy from positive to negative, like to feel that must be so weird.
yeah, when we first got there, we were all like our normal selves, just having fun with it. And even though we were out in the sun, we was excited like we always are, and making content. So, and then it was just as soon as we got in the building to that one room, it all changed.
And how did you guys deal with that? Did you leave the room, go back, go away, do something else, or did you just soldier through it? Or is there any tips you've got?
Well, like I said, Katie left, and I don't know if that's in reference to what had happened. We did decompress somewhat today and talked about it, but I don't think we talked about everything, So she did leave, and then I just soldiered through because I was like, we got to get this stuff set up. I mean, it's time to roll. So I think a lot of it was just soldiering through.
But it's definitely a hazard.
Yeah, and with Drew's comment where he said jump in at the deep end, yeah, that's always like a joke for us right now. Is we started the paranormal thing, and our first one was at a church in a graveyard right beside it, and then I was like, and it was still like me, my girlfriend, and our other team mate Kim. I was like, all right, we did our first one. We're going to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Let's go. So it was a big step. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is a big step, and the asylums around here I'd like to get into, but unfortunately most of them are fenced up, and they got security cameras around them. There's actually one asylum I'd love to go to, but unfortunately the fence is up, the cameras are around, and there's a cop station right beside the asylum. So unfortunately you can't get in there, but I know a lot of people that have snuck in. There's actually another one just about an hour from me that's all boarded up and stuff like that, and that's actually if you get caught going in there, you're going to get a massive fine, because the Canada government owns that, and it's actually owned by the Queen as well. And I think it's a $25,000 to $30,000 fine if you get caught in there, and it's actually 6 months in jail as well. Jeez. So, but it's great. But I know how to get into it. But I won't do it. I love the paranormal, but a $25,000 fine is something that I'm not going to pay. So
only if you get caught.
Yeah, well, see the problem with that is there's security that walks around the hospital because it's right beside the hospital, and the hospital is still open. This is actually asylum, and we did a video. You seen that video, Lex? I did it with Amy, and we were standing outside, and the amount of activity we got outside was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and we were just standing outside. I can't imagine what it would have been like if we went inside.
Oh, I remember the one you're talking about now too.
Yeah. So it's just, unfortunately, I'm not taking that risk. There's some risks that I have taken, but generally most of the time I'm like everybody else. I try to abide by the rules. So, but sometimes you just want to get into a spot really, really super bad, and you're going, "Oh God, I
And
want to
that
get
one
in
was one
there."
sure. And that place was
Oh,
awesome on camera.
oh man, like that. Yeah, we even heard at one point. I don't think it was in the video. We actually heard somebody knocking on the board from inside,
Mm.
and it was just it was crazy. And it was saying, "Let me out." I'm sure it was saying, "Let me out." So, anyways, right after this question, why don't we do this last question, and then we'll watch some of the videos. How about that, Lex?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to set it up here, and then while you guys are doing that,
No worries. So, seeing as we are well, I would say, four places in, have you got a favorite piece of equipment you like to use at this point, or is there anything that you're really dying to get your hands on and get ready?
Oh gosh, a favorite piece of equipment. We have so much at the moment.
sorry, let me just hide that. Yep, go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry about that.
So, I don't know. There's so many good ones. I feel like we've just been getting a lot of stuff on the spirit box, and even I'm more surprised with it now because we actually used it Friday, and on Wednesday I tore it apart and took the antenna out of it. I modified it, and so now it's like not even picking up any FM signals. I sat here and scanned it at my house for like 10 minutes straight, and it was just complete static. And then when we brought it into the jail, and it was kind of like the ending, of our investigation, we actually had the guy that does the tours and stuff. I was like, come join us for the last hour. Let's just see if anything changes or if activity ramps up, And we did the spirit box, and stuff was coming through. Like, so I don't know how to explain that. So I would say I feel like the spirit box, just because it's very interactive, and it seems to be one of the tools that I go to a lot for some reason.
Yeah, I think me and Brian can both agree with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love REM pods because a lot of times ours never go off. Like, I feel like they're very credible. So who knows?
Yeah. So which one would you like to show first? Let me just pop this up. So we'll go to the side here. I got the 6 here. I think we'll do the debunk one. I think we'll do the
however you
debunk
want to
one
do it.
last. What is flash ball?
Cat toys.
Oh, okay. That's is that the one that's on the stairwell?
At Trivet Clinic.
Oh, okay. So
That's our
let's
last
bring
episode.
this up. Yeah, that's downstairs in the basement, right? Were you guys downstairs in the basement at that one?
Yes.
Yes.
7.6.
No, that's not it. Which one? This is Flashball of Light.
I think the titles are off.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. This is some kind of light anomaly at Trans-Allegheny.
Okay, so let's
And
play
I don't
this.
know how to explain this.
Okay.
Dean, are you here? Dean, do you want us to leave? Or don't want us to leave? Is that why you're making... That's spikes right there.
Dean, we'll stay with you if you want us to. We were getting ready to go, but...
It's detecting some kind of electromagnetic field, and it's reading. It's giving us a milligauss reading. And I've never seen it do this before since we've had it.
It's always been at 0.
It's always been at 0, or it's like a 0.1, something like that. You know, if we put it up against electronic, it'll go up. But
I don't know if y'all can really read that or not, but Katie, you saw that too. Now we're spiking 5 back down to 0. Like losing where the battery won't have to.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's the only way that works.
Use the one that you.
I don't use a lot of flash. I don't use that flashlight technique a lot because I don't.
There was just, I can't tell if it's from somebody.
Don't.
There was just, I can't tell if it's from somebody.
Hmm.
That to spike the way it did. I mean, it spiked up to an 11.
Yeah.
I've never seen it do that before. And now it's sitting at 0 completely.
Well, that was very cool, but I don't know if you guys noticed. But right at the beginning, let me just stop sharing this for a minute. Right at the beginning, sorry. I got rid of Lex by accident.
no.
You know what it is? It's the whole thing just disappeared. So anyways, I right at the beginning there, I saw something like come up from the box. I don't know if you noticed that. I didn't really get a
Yeah.
good look at it. I wasn't sure if it was maybe just a bug or even a dust particle coming up, but it was
That's
cool.
what I think. I would think that's dust. Because I'm kind of big into that too, as far as like trying to pick out what's dust and what's not. So I was like, I'm pretty sure that's dust. We also had another one that someone like a fan pointed out that one had come like while I was talking to, you can see my hand and then you can see the millimeter, and there was like something like manifested and then it wrapped around like this and then shot back up towards me. And even then I'm like, I don't know if that's dust or not. That's just weird how it kind of like wrapped around a little bit, stops, and then it just shoots towards me. So that was another one in that clip too.
Well, it is a tough one because I mean I've made my feelings very clear on the show about orbs. I think orbs are irrelevant evidence pieces. I don't think they mean anything. Mainly because you can't differentiate between dust and orb. Most of the time.
That's why that last piece that actually showed, I was like, that's not dust. I don't know what that is.
So that one's really weird because it is. I think someone in your team said it. Like it's like are you using a flash or something like that? I think they said.
And it wasn't even a complete circle. It was almost like it was cut in half too when I slowed it down.
Yeah, it was like a small flash of light, and it's a really good one. Just quickly, Brian, I just want to address this comment here. Where are you? From Kelly Druce. Doesn't like the fact paranormal teams always say the noise came from somewhere behind me. You should get a camera to have front and back. Sort of agree. It'd be a bit annoying to wear front and back. But what people could do is set up multiple cameras like most teams now do. So you can see it, but unfortunately you can't be everywhere. So unless you leave someone in every single room and you've got enough money to have 12 cameras running at the same time, chances are you're going to be away from some of the noise. It's not always going to be in the room you're in. But I do get your point that it always seems to be somewhere else. But unfortunately, that's the real world of investigation. Sometimes it's upstairs. Sometimes it's in a basement. You just don't know where it's going to be. But I do understand why you don't like people saying that. But there are ways around it. Teams now use multiple camera setups. It's just expensive. That's the only thing. The light. Touching back on the light anomaly, it's a really good one. I was trying to look at it, and I was looking around, especially where you are, and I was like, well, I can't see anything around you either that could have caused it, like a reflection of a torch on jewelry or something. But I couldn't see anything for it. But it was a cool clip.
Yeah, it was definitely. So let's show another one here. Let me just minimize this, and this one is. So do you want to talk about this for a minute, or do you just want me to play it?
If you do, Brian, can you stop sharing for a minute because we're echoing?
Really? Because it's funny because I'm not at my end.
Yeah.
But you won't. We will.
Okay, fine.
Let's do those.
Not like not like we've noticed it every time you screen share on this show, Brian. Every time. I don't know why it does it, but it's weird.
I don't know either. It's not supposed to. You're supposed to be able to do this without it doing something. I don't know. Maybe it's the echo's not turned off or something like that. Is the echo turned off at your end?
Mm-hmm.
It is now
In the settings?
Yeah.
Is yours, Cody? I don't know. It is what it is.
audio is always a touchy subject, even in the paranormal.
So before we get to this clip, why don't you explain a little bit about what this clip is about?
All right, so I named it Anomalies because this will probably more fall into that thing you were talking about, Lex, as far as orbs and things of that nature. And with these, I tried to pick the ones that were more, to me, I don't feel like it's dust, but maybe y'all can sort of give us some info too as to what you think it may be, because maybe you'll have more experience in that field. But yeah, this is kind of like a small collection of that.
So let's show this. Oh, I already have it up. There we go.
This will be Transalganian and Trivet.
I thought maybe it was from me, like with with the light.
This is the same clip from before.
Oh, it's the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you can skip a little bit of it.
Tell me when to stop.
Should be right there. Yeah, go back a little bit. There you go.
While we were investigating on the 3rd floor, we captured this strange light anomaly that appears to be twirling and free floating.
No, I heard footsteps. Right there.
This one blows my mind every time. So it's in the corner.
Yeah. Right there. Right here.
I'm gonna just set this camera down for a second. I'll keep it looking kind of over there. There's a light reflecting in the window. And I'm gonna just take some pictures on my phone and see if maybe we see anything between the different pictures. So maybe we can say hey to one of y'all if you want to go back and forth across the hallway there. Maybe we'll see something on the camera. So maybe we can say hey to one of y'all. So maybe we can say hey to one of y'all. So maybe we can say hey to one of y'all.
Definitely heard the whisper.
Yeah. And that one I wanted to be like, okay, I feel like that's dust, but then there was also a whisper that was happening with that event as well. And, I listened to that over and over and over, and I was thinking, no, that's got to be Kim, just the way she's exhaling. But she was already talking again when the whisper had come through.
Yeah, so the whisper.
So I knew it wasn't her.
Yeah, so so the first one is a weird one because it looks like it's emitting light.
Yeah.
Not reflecting it. So that one is very strange. The second one, I would say it's a bug just by the way it moves and the shape of it. Maybe a bug or like a clump of dust, like a bigger piece.
The twirling one?
Yeah, the one that kind of falls. It's like a feather falling. It looks like it could be like that. So that one I wasn't sure about. The third one, is that the one where it's in the corner?
Yeah, so it's in the corner, and what's interesting is it's almost like, I don't know if it's like a half circle or if it's like a quarter circle, but you can see it, and it's actually got an end to it as it's coming through the corner.
Comes off from the screen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was weird because I was looking in the middle corner where Bryan was moving the mouse first, but actually it was in the top corner of the screen.
Yeah, I realized that after.
And that one was a weird one. I can't think of anything that could have, unless someone was holding a piece of hair in front of you. I can't see. I don't understand that one. So that one was really good as well.
And what's weird about that is if you actually watch that episode and what happens before that, I think my girlfriend she was manning that camera. And at the time she had said, I just heard something walk in front of me, like in a room in front of us. So I think we was on the 4th floor of Trans-Allegheny, which is like the side we were on. I think it's the detox rooms and stuff. So she's like, yeah, I think I just heard footsteps. And she was like backing up because she heard it so vividly.
Yeah.
And then a few moments after that is when we caught that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely interested in the first one, that one, the corner, and the one with the whisper, because when you have an orb and then something like a whisper straight away, that connects the two together, and that makes it a little bit more credible that the orb is something. Whereas sometimes when you just see a dust one fall and nothing else happens, it's a really tough one to try and use as evidence. But the whisper one is definitely great because I heard the whisper as well, and as you said, your colleague is talking already, so that one was really cool.
And she was the only one in the building. She was doing a solo at the time.
Yeah, so you guys were doing I wanted to give you a little bit of a tip. When you flip just hold on. For some reason my
I know he's gonna say you.
I got to, when you flip a coin, I watched it. When you flip a coin, whatever the coin is sitting on, you always choose the opposite, because nine times out of 10, it's going to land on that opposite. So if you got heads, you flip it, it's going to land on tails. Did any of you know that?
Yeah.
Well,
9 times out of 10, that usually happens.
Yeah, because it's mathematics. It's not 50-50.
Yeah. So
before we've used it before, but that time since we just flipped it and it landed in the grass, we was like, oh well, whatever it's on, let's do it.
Well, that was funny. It's just a trick. I always it was a trick when I learned when I was a kid, when I was playing sports, because the refs would always flip a coin to see who was going to get. When I was playing soccer, they would flip a coin or whatever it was, or whatever it was, and it's just a little trick I learned.
So, Kim, in all reality, I should have went first. Okay, just remember
that. So let's go on to the next one. You know what? I want to show the one that you're upstairs and you have the I'm sorry, the names. I can't remember the name. The box, and you asked a question that came up with a response, and there was something sitting on the table that I responded to. That one. That one was cool. Yeah, that one was cool. So let's show that one.
Hey, CC.
Which one is that? Is it this one?
No.
I think it takes about a bit.
No, it's not that one.
I thought I named it Death Note, but maybe not.
You sent me 6, right?
Let me see.
I wanted to show. I thought I downloaded that one.
Which room am I standing in right
No, it's
Yeah, I
not
don't think I see it on your screen.
Yeah. So a talk amongst. I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute because I want to show that one. I don't think. I don't think. I know I got it. So you guys talk, and I'm going to get the clip, and we will. Yeah, I want to show that clip. That was cool.
Okay,
So
cool. So while you're doing that, I will ask the opposite question to the one I've already asked. In terms of like we looked for your a piece of equipment you really enjoy, is there a piece of equipment that you see used a lot that you really don't like and don't really think should be used in this field?
Yes, I was actually talking about it in one of the clips there. Surprisingly enough, the flashlight technique that we see these TV shows use, and I know there's a lot of teams out there.
Let me
that
see if
use
I
it.
get. Is this the one where they get it to turn on by itself?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Because it is scientifically debunked that is going to happen. And what these shows do is they get the connection loose enough, and then they put it in their pocket. And then when they get to the spot that they want to try this flashlight technique out, what happens is the flashlight is now warm, which will help how many times that goes off on its own. So that is the reason why there's like 2 or 3 good videos on YouTube. If nobody's seen them yet, go to YouTube and search it up. Paranormal flashlight myths or debunking or whatever, and watch them for yourselves, and you'll see.
There's one that I showed somebody because I was debunking a video before, and it's one of the ones where you have to turn it and turn it on and turn it off. And they were like, yeah, but you have to turn it. So how does it do it? And I was like, well, you don't see it turn on the video, so it's not being turned on. And they're like, well, how'd you do it? And I was like, well, let's go buy one. I'll show you. And you get it, and you screw it around so it's about the halfway point, and then the circuits are literally just about touching each other, so it turns itself on and off randomly. So you can do that as well. So that's the flashlight tricks are always annoying.
Yeah, and it's all about heat and the connectors retracting and extending. And it's only that particular flashlight. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it only works on that specific model.
Yeah,
it's the mini Maglite. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's only one that I don't know how they've done it. I think it was on. They use the one that has the button on the bottom, and they have it on top of on a windowsill, and they're all sat filming this flashlight, and it turns on and off. And I don't know how they've done it because you have to push the button in from the bottom. It's not a turn, so I don't know how they would do it. I mean, I don't believe it because it's a TV show. So, but I just don't know. I just haven't worked out how they've done it. So I'm still looking into that one.
If someone legit can get a flashlight to turn on, that's just like a button. Like most of the ones that I have are buttons.
Yeah.
Or even like I have one that's where you barely press it and it'll do it. Like if you can get one of those to go off on its own.
What happened?
I have no idea.
It's
I have
taking
no
over.
idea what happened there.
We started talking about debunking flashlights, and the stream was like, "Nope, cut it out,
cancel them, cut the
I
feed."
have no idea what happened there.
Have we checked?
That was weird.
I was gonna say, have we checked that this streaming service isn't owned by Jody Dean? Because you might be trying to unplug us.
Oh Lord, here we go.
So
I have to do it every week.
Well, yeah, Lex. Like I said, if I ever see like a show or a YouTube channel pull out the mini Maglite, I'm like, I'm sorry, I hate that I have to do this, but I'm skipping this.
Yeah, I really don't like it at all. Absolutely,
it's
don't
just
like
debunked. It's already debunked, and I think a lot of teams have felt like it's worked for them, and they haven't seen those videos, so they continue to use it.
Yeah, Brian, if you want to press the laughing button, you can, because I just caused a few laughing emojis in the chat there.
Yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying to get this all set up here because I know what the problem is. It wasn't downloading. It didn't download it when I downloaded everything. Originally, it didn't download. So there's some videos that you gave me that just didn't download. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's at least 9, it looks like.
Yeah, there's 9 videos you sent me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in there, in the G file, but or the Google Drive file, and just play it through that way.
Yeah,
So
that
that's what I'm going to do. So let's hopefully it works.
There's some. I just saw the other ones now. I'm like, yeah, there's some good ones in here.
We all blacked off for no reason.
Are you? Well, you're here now though, right? I can see you.
No, I'm
For
not,
now.
Brian.
You're not?
I'm a figment of your imagination.
Oh God.
Yes.
Try to be serious about this. I'm trying to get this up for God's sakes. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So this is in the Google Drive, okay? So I'm playing it through this way.
Was our most recent word, yeah.
What is sitting on that table that we're looking at? My stomach.
Head.
No way.
You're right. That's a skull. Head.
Let me get. I can't see.
Sorry, y'all. You're seeing my legs.
Just said head. Out of 3,000 words on that database, we just asked what is sitting on that table. Head. That's amazing.
That's really awesome.
Thank you so much. We know we're communicating with somebody now.
Can you tell us what else is on the table? There's a couple other items that are sitting there as well. See, Ryan, I don't even remember saying that, but or if Cody did, thank you. He said we mentioned downstairs that we would be live for an hour. And we drove far to be here. Joy? I did just laugh.
Yeah, yeah. That is really relevant.
I'm a pretty joyful person most often. Is your name Joy maybe? Are you full of joy? Temperature's now 51.9.
The way I took that was,
Because I was chuckling.
it is super chilly in here right now. Like, it's a lot more chilly than what it was when we first walked in here. The way I took that was we're laughing, so it's like the room's full of joy now.
That one I like because you're right, because out of all the words that are on that box, for you to ask that question, what is on the table, and then it says head, that is pretty cool. You have to admit that's pretty cool.
And you can tell, like, we don't ever get too excited about anything, and we're usually pretty happy and bubbly most of the time, but you can tell when we get genuinely excited or just surprised by what happens, because a lot of us, we don't necessarily believe in the paranormal 100%, which kind of, I feel like it makes us a little bit more credible in a sense of when things happen. So that's why we get excited, and we're laughing about it because it's like, oh shit. Like, it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Well, this other one that I wanted Lex to see as well is a pretty cool one as well. Now, this could be a few different, like it could be what you capture here. I think it looks like you guys are in some kind of bathroom or a room or something like that. It's in the asylum, and you hear something out in the background. And I thought it was... was Patty here? Oh, hi, Patty.
Yeah,
so I'm going to show this one because I thought this was pretty cool as well. So let me just pop this up. Let me get back here. So it's, which one is it? I think it's the
screaming clip.
It's this one right here. Yeah.
Mhm. This was the first thing that happened that night when we started. Set the course.
Can come and talk
Mm.
to us. Let us know that you're here. We're not here to do anything. We're just documenting. That's all we're doing. Well, let us know that you're here by making a knock. Just to let us know that you're present. We're not here to do anything bad.
What is that?
That's screaming.
Awesome.
Okay.
What is that?
That's screaming.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let me decide that. Yeah. So that is a obviously a stream. It sounded like that person was whoever was streaming. It sounds like that person was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Or is it me?
Well, I feel like that's probably what you would have heard back when Tala was, fully functioning. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Now, we were at a public event, but we also were in good talks with our tour guide. Whenever we'd see her, from time to time again throughout our experience, they actually have like group text that goes on between each floor, and they are really good about texting each other and saying, "Hey, this group just like ran down the hall. Just thought we'd let y'all know that way if the other teams don't think that was something paranormal." But we talked with her about that, and she was like, "Yeah, there was no screaming going on any of the other floors." So I don't know if it's something that was in our room, or what.
You know what? Like obviously, when somebody gets scared and they're in an event and they get scared and they stream, but that stream, like that wasn't a scared stream. Like you would be scared. Like
Yeah.
obviously, you can tell the difference between a stream when somebody's scared and they're streaming, but that definitely wasn't a stream. Now, is there a possibility that was from outside?
There is a possibility.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Lex?
Well, that was what I was going to ask, because the video I don't think does it justice to how loud it is. How loud was it in person in the room? Because it sounds far away.
In the episode, I actually mentioned that two of us thought that it was above us, and then there was two of us that thought it was coming from like outside. So
it's a tough one. Yeah,
it was kind of odd.
Definitely a fun way to start off a night. And if I'd have heard it, I would have probably shat myself.
At least the sound of it, but we all heard it audibly in our ears. Like that's always like, whoa! You can see us react to it.
Yeah.
So why don't we show?
So just one second. So before you said, when they said there was no other screaming going on, did the other floors hear it too, or was it just you guys that heard it?
Nobody else said anything about it.
Okay, because if that was outside, then everyone would have heard it, because it doesn't matter where you are in a building. If someone screams outside, you're going to hear it. So either everyone is in cahoots and just denied it, or you caught a legitimate scream there, and that's definitely a very creepy start.
Yeah,
very, very creepy. I want to show this one. This is the one where you're in the basement at it's called Taverick, right? Or what's the place called?
Trevick Clinic in Hamptonville, North Carolina.
Yeah. So let's show this one. This one's cool, and me and Lex's new favorite thing, the cat balls. There's a lot more people using cat balls now.
At the jail, they were going off like crazy. At least for one part of it.
Let's move this
Quite a bit, except for these to go off. Like, they do not go off. You know what I mean? So,
Something really has to like push it.
like, you really have to get up on it and touch it. Leaving vibration.
We had two up there.
Okay.
That's me. We know our equipment works. Y'all haven't heard that music box go off at all till I walk past it. Oh. Well, looky there.
Thank you. If someone was moving
Did
that.
someone follow me down here?
Yo, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear that recording on the live.
Is there a little girl down here with us that's hiding in the corner?
That was the wood stove.
Okay. Whew.
The light obviously was not, but
Thank you for whoever that was. I'm gonna stop the recording real quick. Can you hear us listening back to this recording?
I know we like to listen to music, and we do still have the music box on, so if you walk by it, it'll play some music for you, like what you like.
You like music?
I like when you make the lights light up. It's really pretty. Thank you for doing that so we know that someone's here.
Do you like being here? Oh, you like being here?
Thank you for that. Like Cody's gonna walk up here and get this recorder.
It's cool.
Wall is not lighting up at all.
So I don't know if I kept it in
Neither
this.
one of them are.
Yeah.
And we've had
Watch
both
this.
of them lit up, which is really awesome. So him moving that stuff around up there didn't affect those
I mean,
at all.
I'll do it.
Like you can see.
I can see it moving right now. It's not going on.
Yeah. So
It's just a little bit of movement.
That's what confused me. Is I can sit there and stomp my foot right beside it on wooden stairs, and it will not go off. But then it goes off randomly. Any other time, like
So
when I say randomly, is when we're asking questions.
Yeah, so we did the same. We did a test with these during our tour, and there was only one time where we got a negative result from it, or a false result, and that's where we had it on the floor in the middle of a fort. But we didn't realize that when we threw the balls randomly round, there was like a leaf underneath one, and that was causing it to go off. But when we took the leaf away, it stopped. So we debunked that one. But the other time we did it was at a mausoleum, and it only went off when we were asking questions. And I do get people. I mean, I can see why they're really popular because as you did there, really good job at doing that in the video as well, and really showing that you could put a lot of weight behind your foot, and it wouldn't set it off. Even though you even said it moved, and because it doesn't move, it doesn't light up because it moves. It lights up because it's touched. So it's really cool that you did that in the video as well, because I think they're very even for a simplistic little cat toy, it's a very good piece of equipment for us to be using. And visually, it's really cool, like, especially when you're in the dark and you're doing it as you saw there. But it's really good. Again, it only went off for you guys when you were questioning it, except for when you came down the stairs and then it was like something came after you. So it was, but it's good. I also heard either the building's really old and creaking like fuck, or someone was walking around when none of you were moving as well, because you could hear the floorboard.
Yeah, I heard that too when I first listened to it. You might want to go back to that because you can actually hear somebody walking.
It's either that or I think Kim was also sitting in one of the wooden chairs that was down there.
Oh,
right from the stairs.
Yeah,
So
maybe
it could be. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah. Tez, you don't need to order the balls. You can go to pet stores. If you go to
you can just get pack them.
Big department stores, they've got them there.
You can get them in dollar stores, right? Too.
Dollar stores, yeah. You get them everywhere. They're not hard to find. And if you want to get them like easy peasy, you can order them online from Amazon or something like that. But yeah, I got a whole rucksack full of them. I went to Sainsbury's, which is underneath me, like a supermarket, and I went straight down the aisle, and I was like, "Oh, they've got cat balls." And I was like, "Yep, Yep. So
Yeah.
I apologize to anyone who has a cat who lives near me that wanted one for the cat because I own them.
They're like, he's a serious cat guy.
I have cat balls as well, but I have the ones that have the bell in them. So if you're in another room or wherever, you can just hear when it rolls, you can hear the bell going. And but I am going to get some of those. I am going to get some of the ones that light up because they seem to be very popular, and they did a lot of things for us in the UK tour. They were going off quite a bit, so I really
That's my
like those.
girlfriend that just commented right there.
Oh, wait, is that the longer comment?
Yeah. That actually happened at the jail Friday.
Oh, Morgan, yeah. When we were at the jail.
Let me just put it up.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we got all that documented as well. It was pretty wild.
Show me streaming.
So we had a cat ball in the hallway that was going off like crazy, and then we went to the men's cell where we felt agitated. Well, not agitated, but just off all the time. Like everyone's heart rate was always up. Then we had like a cat toy on one of the ball and chains that was actually used. I don't know if it was actually used on Tom Dooley or not, but it was, it's been there for a long time. And we actually placed it onto the chain part. It only went off that one time that she described right there. Wow. That was the only time in that room it went off.
Wow. They're so good. I think a lot of people have proved it now that sometimes the simpler stuff is the better stuff to use. I'm not a big. The one thing I absolutely hate is SLS cameras. And everyone thinks they're all gizmos with one. They're like, "Oh, we've built this." And it's like, no, you took an Xbox and thing and just attached it to a handle.
Now we have used it during Trivet Clinic and got some interesting stuff with it. And a lot of times I can tell if it's a false positive. So, if you want to ever,
I watched that. I watched you do that as well. The false positive. The one on the couch was a little more harder to explain, and the one when I'm assuming it was. I think it was the bathroom.
No, it was. There was one in the operating room, the same where we had the death note.
Okay, because you walked out of the room and you can actually see something that was in a room, and there was no way of explaining that one as well. That was pretty cool, and you replayed it as well.
Yeah.
Do you know which one?
The bathroom too.
Yeah. It was in. I was pretty sure that was a bathroom. There was a sink there. That looked like there was a sink there, but there's no way that because I understand what people say about the Kinect and the SLS and stuff like that, and you did point that out because there was another chair in the far back that it looked like it was outlining the chair, and you were right on that, and that's what it looks like. You got to go check it out, Lex.
I thought what was wild is we was back in the operating room, and I was standing there and nothing was there. And then I was like, hey, could you stand beside the head like we had talked about earlier with the death note? And then all of a sudden something appears standing beside the table.
Yeah, so I'm not. I don't discredit all of them. I just think I did a whole thing where I tested them, and I think there was one I drew a black line on the back wall, and then used it, and it mapped out a person in the corridor.
Yeah.
And I was like,
but that's not the. He's not using the app.
I know.
He's not using the app.
I wasn't using an app. I was using the Kinect for my Xbox, and I.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I tried to debunk it because I was doing a whole video on it.
Yep.
But I did that. I did another one where I put a shirt. I threw a shirt in a pile on the floor, and then I aimed the camera like this away from it, and it still mapped the shirt shape onto the wall. So I just don't like them at all.
Yeah, they're a lot harder to use and make good credit for it.
Like I've seen some good ones. There's one I saw before where a group told it was in a room and the group were like, "Oh, can you raise your hand and wave at us?" And the shape did raise its hand. So there is probably some that is caught on there. There's just because it's so fragile, it's not something that I would personally use. That's what I meant to say. I don't like it personally.
We didn't even use it at all at the jail, and I think that was probably more due to the time constraint, but it's just not something that we try to use every investigation.
Yeah, I know why people like it because it's visual. I think visual evidence is probably the best received because you're watching a video. You want to be able to see something happen. For most people that don't do this for a living, or as a hobby. So I do understand it. It's just personally for me, it's just not something that I would use.
Yeah, there was a time. There was a time where I was really interested in getting it, and then I did a little more research on it, and really started digging into it to see if this is something that anybody's really got some real problems with. And I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I stayed away from it. I know everybody has a problem with some kind of piece of equipment, but
I think the newer versions coming out are look a lot more credible, like where it maps kind of 3D in a way, because it seems like it's catching like just weird anomalies flying through the air that you can't even really. I mean, you can see them on IR, but it's a lot more visual on the. I think it's called the XLS. Now.
XLS, yeah. I think it's that, yeah.
It's probably crazy expensive though, because I haven't seen them
be incredibly
out in a
expensive.
public, setting yet. So
if you guys have seen our shows in the past, I know Tess, you're new to our show, but I want to answer this question because I think it's really important. It's coming out a lot more recently. I know it's been out there. People have been questioning it all the time, but it's happening more and more now. I want to know your guys' opinions on ghost hunting apps. Do they work?
No.
You want to answer that one, Lex?
Okay, so we can run through it. There's one that is relatively credible.
I have one as well.
There's one that I've done. I've broken into it and I've looked into it properly, and I can't work out how it does it. That's necrophonic. It's the only one that I can see has the potential to be doing something. There's the sound banks are just sounds. There's no words injected into it and all this stuff. I've had it on repeat. I've left it on for days on end. I've never had repeated patterns coming through and stuff like that. So necrophonic, and the most important one, it doesn't ask for permissions on your phone. So it can't answer you because it's not listening to you. It hasn't got the permissions to do so. So that one's not, I wouldn't say it's 100%. There could be something to do that happens with it. I just haven't found it yet, but it's the most credible. Anything that's an Ovilus is bullshit on your phone. It's uploaded. GhostTube is really bad. I used to use it.
Oh God, I'm seeing that so much on TikTok.
It's everywhere.
The GhostTube one. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, guy, I just want to write to them and go, oh, stop.
Yeah. So GhostTube is absolutely terrible, and the fact they charge you for the SLS version, and it just gives you screen filters, so fake night vision to make it green. And I'm like, wow, okay. So you can get rid of that one straight away. Drew, necrophonic is the best one. But best is a loose term. It's the better of the ones you can get, but I would just get rid of it and get a spirit box because you'd be saving yourself a lot of arguing time with its credibility. And the other one, there's another one, what's it called? Spirit Talker is bullshit. There's another one that's been made. There's another one that another paranormal group made. Bullshit. And
Lex, I've got one for you to look into.
Okay, I'd love to. And if you ever see one that has the EMF buttons on it, it doesn't work. So it's fake. So no, there's apps are good for fun. You can have a laugh with them. I would never.
I know it's when he's showing too. I saw that. I know it's when you're showing it.
So well, Trans-Allegheny, we actually used this app because I don't use any of the other stuff. For our, I want to say it's. I feel like they use this stuff in like a Geoport box and all that mess.
Yeah.
So this is the Echo box. Okay. Now, if you will go watch the Trans-Allegheny one again, where we use this, it's just the random word.
Yeah.
Mumbled mess of just sounds. We got some weird, like credible stuff to go with what we were saying and what we were asking. So I want you to look into that and see if
this one.
Yes. We have the 3.0 version, I guess.
And there's another one somebody just said too.
Because I want to know why that was working with us.
Teresa also said Dead Wave. Have you tested Dead Wave?
I think I've heard of that one too.
I think I had it actually. Hang on.
That might have been one I was looking into, but since I had the
it's another Ghost Box one, yeah. It's another one that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
If I remember, I think I've used it before. I think I've used it, but I don't think I've looked into it properly. However, it does seem really cool because you can edit the effects and the EQ and all that stuff around it, so you can try and make it a bit better for yourself. However, I would like to know if it asks for permission for my microphone or my phone usage at any point. But if it's made by the same people as Necrophonic, potentially very good.
There you
Again,
go.
Again,
There
still
you
very.
go, Lex.
Where the-
Seeing
looking.
creators as the Necrophonic.
Yeah, so I saw it on this thing. So it
Yeah.
could be good. It could be credible. I just need to see if that one it also doesn't ask for permissions, and I need to then plug it into my computer and see how easy it is to manipulate the sound bank. Because there is a guy that's another point. There is a guy I did see doing this on Necrophonic. If you ever see someone using it and it's plugged into their computer, everything they're about to show you is fake. Because you can type in words and it will send it through, because obviously it is an accumulated sound bank of sounds. When you start adding words into it, obviously those words will eventually come out. So you can. That's the only thing I would say. You can manipulate it, but it'd probably be the same for Deadwave. If it's made by the same people, the backdoor access is probably going to be the same. But I'll have a go on it, and I'll do a test, and I will mention it on here again. I mean, it's £10. I'll have to wait until I get money.
Cool. I would love to know what your thoughts on that is, because you can look into that more than I can.
Yeah, and EchoVox as well. I'll look into that as well because it does look cool. I will check both those out. But yeah, so as apps can be good. But if you are going to use them, just look into what you're getting, because a lot of these faux paranormal channels are making their own, and people are trusting them because they're from paranormal experts, as they call themselves, and they're not. And then the biggest one, if you're ever going to go on the biggest fraudulent one, if you ever wanted to call it that, if you're ever going to use Randonautica or Scaranoia or any of those bullshit things as paranormal videos, just don't, because it's all crap.
Yeah.
But it's just tough. Like, again, I don't 100% trust Necrophonic. I like it because it's simple and it's not able to listen to me. That's why I trusted it. But I would probably put all of them down. Spirit Box ones, actually, yeah. Spirit Box ones I just wouldn't use. Just buy an SB7. Like, save up and buy one, because it's just going to be more credible for you to use it.
Yeah.
But the Vox one, where it generates words, I will look into that, because it's one that I need. I need a box like that. But I will look into that and see if it's as good as it looks. And I'll definitely let you know, Cody, as well.
Yeah, we had some crazy responses. I know my girlfriend asked something about we was up in the detox part again in one of the rooms where I thought I had saw a shadow figure for the first time ever in my whole, paranormal, I guess, career or whatever you want to call it. But she was asking okay, do you guys want to play cards? And it went through that random mess of sound, and all you could hear out of that was card. And it went like that. It went card. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. So I mean, the obvious one will be to check if it asks for permissions, and that's literally everything. If it doesn't,
I'm not sure if it does. I can't remember when I.
That's when I'll find out. If it doesn't, then I'll have to dive into it. But if it does, then that's concluded for me.
So, Lexi, just want to we're over time. Do you just want to go to your last question? We just had one other question after that, so you want to go right to the last question?
My question.
Okay. Quick.
Well, we don't want that.
You can actually, because technically he's only done 4 places so far. So quick fire these ones for me. Out of the 4 places, which one's been your favorite to investigate?
Oh, hands down, Trans-Allegheny.
Boom.
And we hope to go back.
We knew it. We knew the answer. But
The
place is amazing.
Speed round the second one. Which one's been the scariest? Or is any of them been a really scary moment for you?
Honestly, I mean, the shadow figure thing was crazy for me, hands down. But I went straight to it and was like, let's see what's in here. But I would say the jail was kind of odd. It was just thinking about it is odd still. We're still recouping from that night. So
cool.
Right. Cool. Right.
There you go. Here we go. Everybody wants this question.
You sure you don't have a drum roll sound effect to use?
Oh, wait a minute. Just hold on.
Why did I say that?
Oh no, that's not.
Oh,
There's two. There's two. Which one? Which one's the best one?
now he's just playing a song.
None of them. You're
Yeah.
just drumming.
Or how about this?
It depends on what his answer is going to be. Get ready for that button when he answers.
Okay. I have no idea. Or I'm going to use the clapping.
All the clapping. So this one's going to be a toughie.
Give me the clap.
Toughie one to word. Hang on. Give me 1 second here. I've been trying to work this out.
Robin.
Right. So here we go. Let's say. Oh, this is really tough. Really. Okay, let's say that I was investigating a place with you, and I broke into Bryan's asylum, which is owned by my queen, and I got in a lot of trouble. So to get out of it, I decided to give all the money in the world to this police officer that I know that also likes to investigate. Where would said police officer take that money? Anywhere in the world, and where would he go?
Money wise, it's obviously going to be Alcatraz. If what everyone is saying is true, that it's that expensive for one night, money wise, Alcatraz. As far as a group answer, we're all really interested in going into like the Savannah, Georgia area and just doing investigations there because I think it's a interesting area, and with its history. So not a specific place down there yet, but just that area in general.
Nice. Oh, he's loving these soundboards. Right, that one.
Good friendly channel.
You have to save that one for when I finally announce that I'm dropping another video.
Oh yeah, there we go. Here, this one.
Yeah, that one. When I say, guess what, Bryan? I'm releasing a video this week. That's when the best time to do it.
Or know this. Well, this was this. Okay, stop it. Okay, that was weird.
Quiet down, audience. That clearly.
Yes, please, more for the love of God.
Through the Lens is filmed with a live studio audience.
Well, you know what? This has been a lot of fun, Cody. And finally, we've been working on getting you on the show for what I think 4 months now, 5 months, and just finding the time. And I know you got a busy schedule, but again, everyone, it's in the room, and we've had quite a few people in the room today. And again, the links are below. Just go over to his YouTube, his Facebook. He's even on Parapost as well. So just go over and give him a follow. Watch some of his videos. He's got some trailers up there as well. And I'm seeing good things. I hope you continue getting out there a little bit more. I know it's probably tough with your schedule and stuff like that, but I'm looking forward to seeing your next video, especially the one that you just did on Friday. So any ideas when that's coming out?
I just started putting the files on the computer and putting them in the editor, so I'm not really sure. Hopefully, I can say something about it by next month. But there's things coming up, and we're hoping to go to another location before the end of the year as well. So
you like to take your time when editing your videos, right? So,
yeah.
Or is it just a matter of time?
Quality over quantity, baby. That's the way I look at it.
There you go. Well, again, I really appreciate you coming up today and sharing a little bit about yourself and your team and your investigations. And I'm looking forward to seeing bigger and better things come out on YouTube. And well, I don't really have to go to YouTube. I'll just go to Parapost and watch them on Parapost because they automatically upload on Parapost. But you still get the view and the like when I like it. It still goes over to the YouTube. So
wow, that's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah, it does. And
cool.
But definitely looking forward to seeing more videos. And again, thank you for coming up. So I'm going to get you to sit in the back of the room because I'm going to introduce you to somebody.
I just want to say thank you for creating Parapost, and this show is amazing. I usually don't keep up with stuff too well, but this show I like to. If I don't get it live, then I'll go back and see when the last episode was, and I'll rewatch. I watch it watch it all the way through. So
Oh,
I like
thank you very
the
much.
show layout for sure.
Thank you very much. It's all me. It's Lex just shows up.
I'm the pretty one. That's what
He's the face
Just
up through the
kidding.
lens.
No, Lex does a lot. He shows up.
that's a lot of effort for me, you know.
But yeah, if you can sit in the back of the room for a few minutes, we'll wrap things up and we'll see you in a bit. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks
Thank
again.
You,
Thank you,
Cody.
Pat.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Cody Price from North Carolina, First Line Paranormal. Again, his links are below. Just go over and give him a follow. And I know some people have been following him today, so hopefully he got quite a few followers and get some more videos out and see what the future holds for Cody Price and his team. I like him. I like the videos. I do. And it takes me a lot for me to like videos. And I like him. I like how he edits them and what they do and stuff like that. And what I like also is the fact that they're going in there and being very, very respectful, like me and you, Lex. And that means a lot to me when somebody's going in. And they kind of do the same thing I do. They introduce themselves. And I like that. And that speaks volumes to me when somebody does that. So I can't wait to see what else comes out next. I can't wait to see the new video. It's going to be, next month, I think he said. So
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to what comes up because obviously they hit the ground running by hitting one of the biggest spots you could probably find.
Yeah,
and done it really well. And I think he's got a good group. He's got a good team around him that you know they're all in it for the right reason. They're interested in it. They want to do it for fun, and that's the goal, to do it for fun, get some answers. I like the fact he said they're not all of them 100% believe in it yet. Hopefully maybe we'll have them on the show again at a certain point and maybe that view will change and they now 100% believe in it. But yeah, it's definitely very, very interesting guy. The team's cool. The videos are really good. I'm actually going to watch the last one they've put up in a minute. I've got it loaded on my laptop so I can watch it after this because I only got to see snippets of it while I was researching for the show. But I'm looking forward to watching this video and again meeting them in person. And I definitely want to take a look at this app they use and hopefully I can give them some good news back. I don't want to send them a message like, yeah, it's horseshit, but it looks good. So it's expensive. It's an expensive app. It's £22 it's going to cost me.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Very expensive. So for that money, the reviews are mostly like 5 stars as well. So I'm going to definitely take a look at it. And hopefully it's worth the money and I'll use it as well. And if it does work, thank you for letting me know that it exists because I'd never heard of it before. So I'm hoping I can do that. And I hope that they keep, we all keep in contact as they go forward.
Yeah. I will say it's when he first joined Parapost, I watched his first one, and that was the Asylum one, and I really liked it. And when he first signed up to Parapost, I watched that then. But again, I want to thank everybody who came in the room today. Again, his links are below. Go give him a follow, go give him a like, and share out if you can. And also, I want to thank DNTV for sponsoring Through the Lens with Bryan and Lex. I also want to say thank you to Robert for allowing us to stream now on PD Region Paranormal. So if you want to go over and give them a like, you can do that as well. But other than that, I want to say goodbye. Is there anybody else that we're leaving out? Oh, I forgot. June 1st, get ready. June 1st, 2022, we'll be making the reveal on the big announcement, what is happening for 2023. So hopefully you guys join us then, and it will probably be at nighttime that we'll be going live. Also, Parapost Network app. Go on over and sign up and create your free account and see what everybody else is doing. It's great. It's growing. It's only going to get bigger, and we want you over there. We want to see your stuff. We want to see your videos. We want to see your pictures, stories, blogs, whatever you want to do. Other than that, I'm going to say my goodbyes. Oh, by the way, I see that Lex hit 300 subs on YouTube yesterday, and I gave him a little bit of a shout out yesterday to get him over that 300. And I want to thank the people because there is a few people in the room that did do that. So I want to thank them personally. If you want to go over to Huntophobia, on YouTube, you can do that as well. It's HUNTA Phobia, one word, and you can go over and subscribe there. And I do have a video coming out at the end of the month, or the end of the week. Hopefully the second part. Hopefully I'll have that done so you guys can see that. Other than that, have a great day and great week, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. I was going to say thank you for Bryan for shouting out that. I didn't see that. I didn't know you were going to do that. I got the notification while I was at work. So thank you for that. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. But not only that, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube, Through the Lens of Bryan and Lex. You'll see our beautiful faces. Subscribe to the channel. We've had a nice bump up since last week's show, which has been great. We want to keep this channel growing so we can get more and more of your favorite paranormal investigators onto this show, as well as showcase more of them out to you. So the more people see it, the better these other channels will do after they've come on here. But again, thank you to our guest today. Thank you, Cody. Thank you to everyone in the chat for taking part, as you usually do. You've all been fantastic. So leave a like, share it out. Be back here next Sunday. We'll see you next week. Thank you.